she used her beauty and talent to win the emperor's favor, rising from a humble courtesan to an empress. To consolidate her power, she even introduced her own sister to her husband, and together they controlled the imperial harem, ultimately accelerating the dynasty's decline. Today, we will tell the story of one of China's most famous beauties, Zhao Feiyan. Zhao Feiyan was born into a poor family. Her parents, unable to support her, cruelly abandoned her in the wilderness. Everyone thought the infant would surely perish, but 3 days later, her family returned and miraculously found her still alive. Perhaps out of guilt, her parents took her back home. However, a few years later, struggling to make ends meet, they sold Zhao Feiyan and her younger sister Zhao Hede to Princess Yang, where they became courtesan dancers. This abandonment left Zhao Feiyan with a deep sense of insecurity about her future. She realized that only by relying on herself could she survive. So, in the princess's mansion, she trained tirelessly. Her dancing skills became increasingly refined, and her beauty grew more radiant. It was said that she was so light and graceful that she could dance on a person's palm. One day, Emperor Qing of Han, Liu Ao, visited his sister, Princess Yang. The princess arranged for her courtesans to perform for the emperor. Among them, one woman stood out. Her movements were enchanting, her eyes full of allure. The emperor was instantly captivated and begged his sister to give the woman to him. That woman was Zhao Feiyan. Eager to please the emperor, Princess Yang readily agreed. Zhao Feiyan was then brought to the palace, where she enjoyed the emperor's undivided affection. He even built a luxurious palace just for her. Her arrival incited jealousy among the empress and concubines. Understanding that an emperor's love was fleeting, Zhao Feiyan knew she needed a stronger foundation. So, she introduced her younger sister Zhao Hede to Liu Ao. Zhao Hede was even more beautiful than Zhao Feiyan and had a gentle, affectionate nature. She quickly won the emperor's heart. The sisters used every trick in the book, completely enthralling the emperor. No one in the harem could rival them. Yet Zhao Feiyan's ambitions went beyond mere favor, she wanted to be empress. At that time, the empress was Lady Su. Though she had lost favor, her noble lineage made her difficult to replace. To take her place, Zhao Feiyan had to eliminate her. She spread rumors that the empress's sister had used witchcraft to curse the emperor's pregnant concubines, causing multiple infant deaths in the palace. Enraged, Liu Ao deposed Empress Su. However, when he tried to make Zhao Feiyan his new empress, the empress dowager and the minister strongly opposed it, arguing that her background was too lowly. To secure Zhao Feiyan's position, Liu Ao granted noble titles to her father. With the support of the empress dowager's nephew, Qin Yuchang, the court finally relented. Zhao Feiyan finally achieved her ambition and became empress, securing the highest honor a woman could attain. However, once she became empress, Liu Ao's passion for her waned, and his affections shifted entirely to her sister, Zhao Hede. Fearing that she would be replaced, Zhao Feiyan desperately wanted to bear a royal heir. Lonely and anxious, she secretly built a hidden chamber and arranged for young, strong men to be smuggled in to accompany her. But no matter what she did, she remained childless. Zhao Hede, despite being the emperor's favorite, also failed to conceive. It turned out that the sisters had used a musk-infused elixir to maintain their beauty and youth while competing for favor, unaware that excessive use caused infertility. Regret came too late. To prevent other concubines from bearing sons who could threaten their power, the sisters resorted to secretly eliminating any pregnant rivals. As a result, Liu Ao, despite being over 40, had no son to inherit the throne. His health also deteriorated rapidly, forcing him to consider an alternative heir. Zhao Feiyan, seeking security for herself, persuaded Liu Ao to name his nephew Liu Xian as crown prince. With her manipulation, Liu Xian was successfully appointed as heir. Just a year later, Emperor Qing of Han, at 46, suddenly died in Zhao Hede's bed. The court was in an uproar, suspecting that Zhao Hede had used aphrodisiacs to kill the emperor. Under immense pressure, Zhao Hede committed suicide. The ministers also sought to execute Zhao Feiyan. However, since she had played a crucial role in securing the new emperor's succession, Liu Xian protected her. Not only did she survive, but she was also honored as Empress Dowager, and her brothers were granted noble titles. Yet, her fortune did not last long. Liu Xian, weak and sickly, ruled for only 7 years before passing away. With his death, Zhao Feiyan lost her final source of support. Under pressure from the court, she was stripped of her title and reduced to a commoner. Despairing and without hope, she chose to take her own life, dying 6 years after her sister. Looking back on Zhao Feiyan's life, she possessed beauty, ambition, and cunning. She rose from an insignificant courtesan to empress, even briefly holding power over the empire. Yet, no amount of glory could defy the cycle of rise and fall. In the end, she met a tragic demise.